The Verge Cryptocurrency is designed to be a secure and user-friendly digital currency that's built for everyday transactions. It's got fast confirmation times, low transaction fees, and 3 separate levels of privacy to protect your transactions. Hey everyone, and welcome. This is Robert with Altcoin Buzz, and in today's video I'm excited to introduce the Verge Cryptocurrency, which, as I said, is designed to be a secure and user-friendly digital currency built for everyday transactions. So within cryptocurrency we see different coins are built for different purposes. For example, basic attention token focused on digital advertising, kind of revolutionizing the digital advertising model. Other cryptocurrencies may be designed as smart contracting platforms or simply a store of value. With Verge, it's kind of getting back to that original purpose of cryptocurrencies as a day-to-day payments mechanism for transferring value and purchasing everyday items. So with that being said, it has a couple of advantages that make it well suited to this specific role set. So as I said, it's focused on everyday use. It's designed for mass adoption, so low fees, quick transactions, high volume in circulation, and multi-platform support are designed to make this perfect for mass adoption. So this isn't one of those cryptocurrencies that you have to have a PhD in computer science to use. It's designed for everyone. So it's designed for people that are into cryptocurrency, as well as merchants that might not necessarily know all about cryptocurrency, but they know it's becoming more important. They want to start accepting cryptocurrency. Verge is designed for them as well. And I'll actually show you as we go through this. They have kind of a Verge starter kit that can help businesses get set up to begin accepting this cryptocurrency. On top of that, it is community driven, an open source project. This is what I really like. There is no pre-mine with this, there is no ICO, and all the team members actually buy their own tokens on the open market just like anyone else. On top of that, there's high level of security with 3 separate options for your security, which I'll explain later in the video. So just to start out with some of the key technology that powers Verge, what you can see here is the focus on this is the technology is supporting the end user. So the goal is on making things simple. A lot of cryptocurrencies, for example, you might be able to integrate the Tor network, you might be able to incorporate various levels of privacy into your transaction, but with this, it's designed to be inbuilt to make it easy to use. So what you can see here is that Verge integrates Tor in all of their wallets. Now, why is this a big deal? Why does it matter? The reason that this matters is because this eliminates the single point at which communicating peers can be determined through network surveillance. So with a lot of other cryptocurrencies, you might be able to use Tor, or you might be able to route something through Tor, but with this, it's all inbuilt, it's all a part of their wallet. So their wallet is automatically configured to use this protocol. So as I said, there's 3 separate layers of security. Even at the base layer of security, you're automatically routing through Tor. So even if you're not doing a completely private transaction, you're still getting yourself a little bonus boost in the privacy department. On top of that, it is the only cryptocurrency that I've heard of that is powered by 5 different proof of work mining algorithms. So this is obviously good from an inclusion standpoint, right? Because I can support different types of mining hardware, I can support different kind of mining rigs, but on top of that, it's good from a security standpoint as well, because I have multiple different devices mining this cryptocurrency, which leads us away from this situation in which mining power can be concentrated by a single device or a single mining algorithm. Verge is also designed to support atomic swaps. So for those of you who may not know, atomic swaps are also known as cross-chain trading, and it's a technology that enables peer-to-peer trading across separate blockchains. So again, going from one situation where a lot of people used to think it's just going to be one main chain of cryptocurrency. We're going to have Bitcoin will be the king, Ethereum will be the king. But more and more as we go forward, people are starting to realize that it's going to be a situation in which there's lots of blockchains that are complementary, that are interacting together. And Verge is designed to support this through these atomic swaps, through this cross-chain trading capability. Here's where things become really cool. They've also got different layers of security. So we've got the base layer of security here when we're talking about just having that Tor obfuscation for our transactions. We can actually step it up to stealth addressing, and then we can actually step it up a further layer to anonymous transactions. So I'll cover all of that. And then lastly, this is one thing that I think is absolutely cool. With no installation required from either party, you can send Verge cryptocurrency through Twitter, Discord, and Telegram. So imagine not even having to do anything separate, having to install anything. You can automatically send a cryptocurrency through 3 huge legacy social media platforms. So that's something that's really cool. But with that being said, I want to jump a little bit more into the privacy features that this cryptocurrency offers. There are 3 separate levels of privacy within the Verge cryptocurrency. Now, the basic cryptocurrency transaction is something that's known as pseudo-anonymous. What this means is that your wallet address isn't linked to your real world identity, but it can still be possible to trace these transactions, to find out about them. So contrary to what many people may say, this isn't necessarily always a bad thing. It's something that's inherent with working on a public blockchain, and these simple transactions that are unencrypted, that aren't anonymous, they're actually best suited for general everyday use. So that's kind of your basic level of privacy. Now, if you want to step things up a bit, they have something known as stealth transactions. Now, these are composed of dual key stealth addresses, and what this does, it allows the person receiving these funds to be protected. So it doesn't do anything for the person sending the funds, but it does protect the privacy of the person receiving these funds. In theory, it makes it very difficult to link transactions to the person that's receiving them. So you can imagine what kind of use cases this might want to be. However, the key takeaway here is that you're going from those basic transactions where everything is recorded to going to that stealth transaction where it's protecting the receiver but not the person sending them. And then when we get to the third and highest level of privacy, we have anon transactions, which is a combination of that dual stealth key addresses as well as ring signatures. Now, ring signatures is going to be something familiar if you've ever looked into Monero, anything like that. It's incorporated here in combination with that dual key stealth strategy. The design here is that not only can we protect these transactions through the stealth keys and that ring signatures, but because Tor is integrated directly into the wallet like this, not only are we protecting the transaction itself, but we're also protecting the IPs of those transactions. So as you can see here, this style of transaction is best suited for those who are fully looking to maintain their personal privacy. With that being said, Verge is something that's really interesting to me personally, so I wanted to go through some of these FAQs here just to show you why it's so interesting and a couple of the features that it has that really set it apart as a cryptocurrency. First, it is 100% open source. The project is entirely run by volunteer community members and dedicated individuals who wish to make a difference in the world. Now, I know that sounds kind of like they're trying to pump it up, but at the same time, being open source, being a project that is open source means a lot to me, because I think open source is really the way of the future, as it allows anyone to upgrade the code base, it allows anyone to create a fork of the project, it allows anyone to hunt for bugs. It's really a great thing for allowing the community to have more involvement in this. With closed source projects, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, you don't have access to the code, so open source is definitely a huge plus for me. On top of that, there is no pre-mine for this cryptocurrency. So a lot of cryptocurrencies that we see come out, they will be pre-mined, and the team will have a 20% fund, a 30% fund. And not that there's anything inherently wrong with a pre-mined cryptocurrency, not that there's anything inherently wrong with an ICO, but for a coin to come out and have no pre-mine, this means that the team, the people that are supporting this project, they've had to buy all of their coins on the open market just like anyone else. There's no special privileges. Everyone is on the same playing field. So again, this project gets a big plus in my opinion there as well. This is not an inflationary cryptocurrency, so the total supply is actually going to be capped, which means that you don't have to worry about the cryptocurrency constantly being inflated, and that cap will be 16.5 billion XVG tokens. Now, in contrast to Bitcoin, which is 21 million, the goal here, again, remember, the focus is on making this spendable in daily transactions. So you don't want to go to the store and pay with 0.0000001 Bitcoin, right? What you want to do, people are used to interacting kind of in dollars and cents, right? I'll pay $1. We might get 2 places of decimals. I'll pay $1.15, right? Because Verge has such a big circulating supply, it's easier for people to use numbers and denominations that they're more familiar with. Confirmation times, again, 5 to 10 seconds for these confirmations. That's something that's really important, especially when we're talking, like I said, something for day-to-day transactions. If I'm sending a store of value cryptocurrency, right? Something that's designed to simply store value to a different country, I'm fine with waiting 10 to 15 minutes, right? But if I'm designing a cryptocurrency that's designed for payments to actually be used, no one wants to be standing in line 5 to 10 minutes. I need those transformations confirmed quick. So 5 to 10 seconds for these transactions to confirm. And then on top of that, transaction fee is currently 0.1 XVG. And just to give you a sense of how much that is, Verge is currently trading at about 2 cents. So less than a fraction of a cent for these transactions. So in keeping with this desire to make cryptocurrency more widely acceptable, to enable merchants to actually use it as a day-to-day payment mechanism, they've come up with something known as the Micro Merchant Program, which is the name they've given to their self-managed merchant solution. So what this does is it's a basic starter kit that really any merchant can get, and it comes with a variety of features to make it easier to pay them with the Verge cryptocurrency. So obviously, they've got some stickers that say Verge accepted here, a big indicator that people can use Verge in their store. But the thing that I really like is this Verge NFC point of sale stickers. And what this does is when the customer scans this, it automatically fills out in their wallet the address for your business, default currency, and business name. So it makes it incredibly simple. And again, it's kind of like scanning a QR code. It automatically does this for the customer so that they can easily send you that payment. And again, remember, not every business out there is going to be a cryptocurrency expert. There might be businesses that say, hey, cryptocurrency is getting big. I want to accept it. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to do this. So this is something that can really help them and make it easier for them as well. So when we also talk about merchants that are accepting a Verge cryptocurrency, I think it's really cool that they have listed on their website several different places that currently accept their cryptocurrency. So if you go to vergecurrency.com/vendors, you can scroll through and see that there is actually quite a lot of major vendors that are already accepting the Verge cryptocurrency. So that's cool to see that people are actually using it, people are actually accepting it. And again, you can scroll through this list, see if some of your favorite companies are on there. If you are more of a retail user, someone that's wanting to invest in a Verge for yourself, you have multiple different choices of wallets here, including a paper wallet, several options for Linux, Microsoft, you have Android, you've got Apple, you've got a variety of different wallets to suit whatever issue. If you are not a merchant and you're just someone that's wanting to use the Verge cryptocurrency wallet for yourself, you have quite a lot of choices for Apple, for Microsoft, for Android, for Linux. You even have the option of using a paper wallet as well. So with that being said, I do want to briefly cover the price action as well as tokenomics of the Verge cryptocurrency, as well as taking a little bit of a look at some of their milestones. So currently you can see on CoinGecko, Verge is listed at about, we'll call that 2 cents just to round it off. So it's currently trading at about 2 cents for the year, being up 210%, obviously. And I know I've had to say this in basically all of the past cryptocurrency videos I've made the past couple weeks, but it's been a rough time for the cryptocurrency market. We know that the last probably month or so, there's been a lot of bad news for cryptocurrencies. So when I talk about the price, I always like to remind people price is simply one component of many that determines what kind of cryptocurrencies I like. And I always think it's important to understand and analyze the underlying fundamentals, their use case, as well as their price action. So with that being said, you can see that this cryptocurrency is currently trading on a variety of exchanges. So one thing that I did find interesting is that instead of having a roadmap, this project actually has a milestone map. And you might say, well, why don't they have a roadmap? Where are they going? What are they going to be doing? The reason for this is that what they're saying is that cryptocurrencies change so rapidly, they're constantly reevaluating and readjusting, so that by the time they publish a roadmap, it could be out of date. So instead of looking forward and saying, this is what we hope to do, this is what we might do, they're saying, hey, this is what we've actually done. These are our accomplishments. Judge us by what we've been able to accomplish. And they have quite an impressive list here, including adding Binance, the world's leading cryptocurrency exchange, adding USDT as a trading pair with the Verge cryptocurrency, this Verge currency portal, and then also closely related to that, this NFC payment capabilities added. So remember, we were talking about that merchant kit that allows merchants to easily accept Verge cryptocurrencies. That's what we're talking about there. Trezor firmware implementation, several partnerships here, including MobiPay, and then obviously developing those Android wallets with those Tor integrations and implementations. And like I said, this is a cryptocurrency that it doesn't have an ICO, it doesn't have a pre-mine, right? So it's something that's really built by the community, that's designed for the community to help them. And with that, the tokenomics are pretty simple and straightforward, right? It's a cryptocurrency that's designed to be spent for day-to-day transactions. It's designed to be used as a way of paying for everyday things. And again, you're paying that 0.1 XVG fee every time you have a transaction, which comes down to just fractions of a cent. So with that being said, I'd just like to wrap everything up. I would encourage you to check out their official Twitter, because cryptocurrency, we know things change fast. So if you want to stay up to date on all of the latest information, checking out their Twitter is probably one of the best places to go. So with that being said, the Verge Cryptocurrency really combines a lot of unique features into one single project, right? It's got those quick confirmation times, it's got those low transaction fees, and those 3 different levels of privacy to protect your transactions. On top of that, it's designed to be easy to use and has a focus on mass adoption and paying for those actual real life transactions. So quite an interesting project. Obviously, nothing in this video is financial advice, not telling you to invest, not telling you not to invest, simply providing information for you to make your own decisions. When we talk about information, if you want to stay up to date on all of the details of this project, I would recommend checking out their official Twitter. Things change fast in cryptocurrency, and following their social channels is probably the best way to stay up to date on all of the different things that they're doing. So, as always, I'd like to thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you next time.